What's up everybody, Evan here with week 3 of Fortnite Chapter 3 Season 2, and we got some, I don't want to say hard challenges, but this is the first time I had quite some difficulty with these challenges. You know, first of all, they are very spread out, so doing them in a single match was pretty hard. Second of all, for the first time since Chapter 1, I had a lot of people landing in the challenges places, which I forgot that it even happened, which probably means that Fortnite is back, I guess. You know, there's a lot of people doing these challenges. So yeah, I died a lot. You know, I had to do it on multiple matches. But anyway, we're still going to do the same format that we've been doing. So first, we're doing the most effective way, which wasn't very effective, to be honest. But, you know. And then we're doing every single challenge in order. If you want to find something specific, the time codes are on the description. So let's start this off. We're going to land on Daily Bugle. We need to find a revolver. And we're also going to the produce boxes to find shield mushrooms or coconuts, because we need to get 50 shield from them. So here I find like 4 of them only for now. So then we thankfully find a revolver. So now we need to do 100 damage with the revolver from 30 meters away. And also we need to do 75 damage at the Daily Bugle. So we're doing both challenges that's at the same time here basically. Also my plan was to do this against the IO guards, because on the Daily Bugle there's a battle happening with the IO guards and the 7 people. And so my plan was to do this against the IO guards to make it easier. But I just did it against this guy. 104 damage out of nowhere. But you know, I think the easiest way is to go for the IO guards, because they're guaranteed to be there, and they're not. I mean, they're not gonna shoot you. I mean, they are going to shoot you, but you know, they're AI. They're never that good. So from here we're going to the outskirts of the Daily Bugle for another device link for the resistance quest.
Planning an attack near the Imagined Order's new anti-tank barricades. They must think we're making tanks of our own, which means we can surprise them. Clear our path by driving a cow catcher through their tank barriers.
So we need a cow catcher for this, which by the way, there's a challenge that involves a cow catcher. So thankfully we're going to do both at the same time here. You know, they conveniently have the box, the red box that gives you a cow catcher normally right here for us to do it. So just very easy. We're going to go to this little area here to get a car. We're going to mod the car with the cow catcher. That is the challenge. That is one regular challenge. But now for the device link challenge thing, we need to destroy barriers with a car with a cow catcher. So we're going back to the Daily Bugle and destroy all these barriers with the car with the cow catcher. We just need 5. I don't know how many there are here. So now we're going up into the airship and we're going to do another device uplink, which is north of Daily Bugle. And we gotta find a sniper rifle, so hopefully you found one. You know, just make sure you're going to need a sniper rifle as well here.
We're training some new snipers in our ranks, and I've heard you're quite the sharpshooter. Take down those targets and show them how it's done.
And right in front of where we got the device uplink, there are 3 targets all the way up on the Daily Bugle, the mountain around the Daily Bugle, and we need to hit all 3 of them from 75 meters. I didn't even try to see if it was the right range, because I imagine the distance between the targets and the device uplink is enough. So just hit all 3 of them, and that is another challenge.
After that display, they'll stop asking about her.
So the next part of the device uplink, the next device uplink is on Camp Cuddle or the Jonesies. I'm going to Camp Cuddle. So at Camp Cuddle there are also free Omni chips. We're going to get those here also as well. We also have a few produce boxes here. We get some coconuts and some mushrooms to finish off the challenge for 50 shields. And here's the device uplink on Camp Cuddle.
So you are the Origin's favorite assistant in the field, huh? It's me, the Imagined. You can call me whatever you want, I don't really care. I'm one of the 7, which means we're on a team. Which means you need to help me. I need to boot up this data receiver. Get that going for me, will ya?
So we're going down here. There's another Omni chip.
Oh, come on! Looks like a looper built a structure around my receiver. That'll mess up the signal. Destroy the ceiling to restore the uplink connection, then download the receiver's data.
And for the challenge of this device uplink, we need to destroy a structure above the data receiver. It doesn't notify you how many structures you need to destroy. I think it's just one. I don't know. It doesn't tell you exactly. Just make sure destroy one and then go back to the receiver. If you can interact with the receiver, then it works. That's all you needed to do. If you need to destroy more, just destroy more until you can interact with the receiver.
About this. He'll be happy, I hope.
Now we go to get the last Omni chip on Camp Cuddle. From here we're going to command Cavern, and we need to use the ascender, which is basically a zip line that goes up, that ascends, right? There are 4 ascenders that takes you to the airship. Just use one of those and that's half of a challenge. So now the next part of the next device uplink is on Synapse Station. But before we go to Synapse Station, I'm going to land at the IO Outposts near Synapse Station, and we need to loot free chests or ammo boxes. And this was where I had a lot of hard time, as you can see here. I got one and died. People kept landing here and on Synapse Station, which was very weird. Like a lot of people landing in these places, probably for the challenges. So maybe don't do the challenge right now. Wait for people to do it to make it easier. You know, there are also not a lot of ammo boxes and chests on these IO outposts, so that's why it's hard. It makes it even harder. So yeah, now we go into Synapse Station for another device uplink.
About the Paradigm's new weapon went as well as you'd expect. That guy's always saying, this could be the end of our reality. And yet, he holds on to petty grudges that make reality harder to save. I am sick of the infighting. Paradigm has a plan, and we need to try it. Drop these schematics off at the scientist's lab incognito. You know, to protect the Origin's fragile ego.
So we need to disguise ourselves. So if you die here, which happened to me, you have to disguise yourself again. Remember to do that before you go do the actual challenge.
I wouldn't have picked the fake mustache. Looks itchy. But it'll work. Drop off those plans.
Before we do that, we're going to get another Omni chip. Now we can, as we are these guys, interact with this weapon schematics. And that is it for the resistance challenge, thank God, for this week.
He'll know what to do with these. We're gonna end this war together, whether the Origin likes it or not.
Now above these weapons schematics, there's another Omni chip. Now we're going to in the main building at Synapse Station, and we're going to emote near the scientist. I believe the scientist that is here. We need to emote near our character, 10 meters from a character, and there's the final Omni chip right in front of this building. Now from here we're going to Chonker's Speedway. We need to use another ascender here. Now there are no airships here, so we're going to find ascenders near rocks like this one. You know, it's the only way to access these places, so they have these ascenders. And that is another challenge, the second part of the challenge. And lastly, we are going to the sanctuary and we're going to get the final free Omni chips for the week. And that is going to be it for this week of challenges. So once again, they're pretty spread out, kind of annoying. A lot of people doing the challenges, so maybe you hold off on doing them right now. So now we're going to do them to cover all the challenges once again in order, one by one. So let's do that. First we got the Omni chips, once again 9 Omni chips. We got free at Camp Cuddle.
Oh, come on! Looks like a looper built a structure around my receiver. That'll mess up the signal. Destroy the ceiling to restore the uplink connection, then download the receiver's data.
Free Omni chips at Sanctuary. And free Omni chips at Synapse Station. Now for this week's resistance quests, we got a device uplink at Condo Canyon, Daily Bugle, or Tilted Towers. There's only one, this time at least. It's always kind of random, the quantity. We're doing this at Daily Bugle.
We've been planning an attack near the Imagined Order's new anti-tank barricades. They must think we're making tanks of our own, which means we can surprise them. Clear our path by driving a cow catcher through their tank barriers.
So the challenge requires you to have a car with a cow catcher. Thankfully, right next to the device uplink, there's a red box that can give you a cow catcher. So we're gonna grab that. We're going to go to this location to put the cow catcher into a car or a truck in this case. Now we're going back to the Daily Bugle and we need to destroy barriers with the car with the cow catcher. We need to destroy 5 barriers.
Our new tech program will overcome the imagined order. Nice work.
Now next, we got another device uplink, this time near Chonker Speedway, Command Cavern, and also Daily Bugle, so we can straight up go to the Daily Bugle again. There's another device uplink there, since we're already there. We're going to need a sniper rifle for this challenge.
We're training some new snipers in our ranks, and I've heard you're quite the sharpshooter. Take down those targets and show them how it's done.
And the challenge is hit different targets with a sniper from at least 75 meters away. So the targets are on the top of the mountain of the Daily Bugle, and I didn't actually look to see if the distance was right. I imagined the distance between the device uplink and the targets was enough, and it is enough. So just hit all 3 of them from that distance, and that's another challenge.
After that display, they'll stop asking about her.
Now the next device uplink is near Camp Cuddle or the Jonesies. We're going to Camp Cuddle.
So you are the Origin's favorite assistant in the field, huh? It's me, the Imagined. You can call me whatever you want, I don't really care. I'm one of the 7, which means we're on a team. Which means you need to help me. I need to boot up this data receiver. Get that going for me, will ya?
And the challenge is destroy structures above a data receiver, then collect its data.
Oh, come on! Looks like a looper built a structure around my receiver. That'll mess up the signal. Destroy the ceiling to restore the uplink connection, then download the receiver's data.
So it doesn't notify you how many structures you need to destroy or what structures exactly. It doesn't tell you anything. So just try to destroy one structure above the receiver and then try and interact with the receiver. If you can interact, then good, you're done. If you can't interact with it, just destroy more structures until it allows you to interact with the receiver.
She has just sent the solution to our problems. I gotta tell the Origin about this. He'll be happy, I hope.
Next device uplink is near Synapse Station.
About the Paradigm's new weapon went as well as you'd expect. That guy's always saying, this could be the end of our reality. And yet, he holds on to petty grudges that make reality harder to save. I am sick of the infighting. Paradigm has a plan, and we need to try it. Drop these schematics off at the scientist's lab incognito. You know, to protect the Origin's fragile ego.
So the actual challenge is use a disguise kit, then place weapons schematics in Synapse Station.
I wouldn't have picked the fake mustache. Looks itchy. But, it'll work. Drop off those plans.
So the disguise should be the same place where you got the device uplink. And if you die, you have to disguise yourself again. And it's not gonna show you where the disguise is. So just remember where it was initially. And the weapon schematics, there are 2 locations in Synapse Station. You just need one of them.
whether the Origin likes it or not.
And that is it for week 3 of the Resistance quest. Now we're going for the regular quest of the week. So the first 2 challenges, I did them at the same time basically. So we're going to do them at the same time so I don't have to show you the same clip twice as I've done many times. So damage opponents from 30 or more meters with the Revolver, and deal damage to opponents at Synapse Station or the Daily Bugle. So I'm going to get a Revolver at the Daily Bugle, and I'm going to get the 100 damage from 30 meters with the Revolver, and obviously that also counts for getting 75 damage at the Daily Bugle. So my original plan was to do this against the AI at the Daily Bugle, because right now there's a battle happening against AI and the IO guards and the 7, but I ended up doing this against an actual player, so I'm not sure if it's going to count against AI. You should try it anyway instead of having to deal with real players. You can just do this easily against AI. And also make sure you are at the right distance by marking the player or the AI so that you get the 30 meters. So next we got emote within 10 meters of a character. Once again, I'm going to finally make the character's locations challenges. But anyway, I did this on Synapse Station with the scientists. You know, you're probably going to go at Synapse Station because there are challenges over there. So you can just do that. Next we got gain shields by consuming forageables. So you know, you can find forageables on produce boxes or on certain locations. You can find them in nature basically, but I think the best way is produce boxes, if you like. And produce boxes you can find in any residential area. Just go for the kitchen, you're gonna find those produce boxes. At the Daily Bugle you can go to each apartment and there's a kitchen under each apartment, and there should be produce boxes on them. And the items that you get shield from is the shield mushroom that only gives you shield, the slurp mushroom that can give you shield or health if you're not 100% health, and the coconut that also can give you health if you're not 100% health. I believe they all give you 5 shields, so you're going to need 10 of them. So also here at Camp Cuddle, I was doing another challenge. You know, there's this little house, another produce boxes if you need. Next we got mod a vehicle with the cow catcher. So during one of the resistance quests, they're going to require you to use a car that has a cow catcher, and thankfully next to the device uplink they have a red box which normally gives you a cow catcher. You can also get cow catchers from floor loot, but here apparently it's a guarantee you're going to get this. If you're doing the resistance challenges, you're going to do this anyway. And just go to a car. You can go to the Daily Bugle if you want. I think there are cars there, but there's also a location west of this spot where you can find a few cars there, which is where I go. Just throw the cow catcher into the car, and that's another challenge. Next we got search chests and ammo boxes at IO Outposts. So the IO Outposts, as you can see here, there are 5 of them. They are now towers, and they don't have that many chests or ammo boxes in them, so it can be a bit complicated. They're also not spawning 100% of the time. Also, a lot of people are trying to get this, probably because there aren't that many of them, so it's kind of complicated. Should be easier than it is, but it's not. You know, I personally died every time I got a single thing, and I had to do another match and get just one every single time. So you can see me here just breaking down each floor, and you can see where the ammo boxes and the chests can be. You need 3 of them in total. Now lastly, for this week we got using a sender at Chonker Speedway and Command Cavern. So on Command Cavern we got the senders, which are zip lines that go up, and we got 4 zip lines around the airship to go up the airship. There are other zip lines around there, but these are easier to find. At Chonker Speedway we don't have the airship, so the ascenders will be available on big rocks that you can't access anymore because we can't build, and so the ascenders sanders will be around these rocks, like the rock I'm using right now. And that is it, guys. Another week of Fortnite challenges, and you know, kind of a bit complicated, a bit annoying, but you know, very doable as usual. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video. Don't forget to use code EVANYARN when you spend your V-Bucks on Fortnite or when you buy games on Epic Game Store. And that is it. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.